self is without form, good friends. You have met the master. This guy is a beast. Let me introduce to you Zenyatta. He is personally my favorite support character in Overwatch by all means. Now, he is not overpowered by any means. Other characters that in the support category do give shields and everything. But Zenyatta, oh man, he is a beast if you get to know how to use him. So let's go through his abilities real quick. When's best to use him, where exactly, and maybe what he's at a disadvantage of. So first I'm going to go through his abilities. First, he's got the Orb of Destruction, or basically just his projectile attack that will hurt the opponents if he hits them. Now, he gets 20 orbs per reload clip, however you want to say it essentially. And he basically just fires them, okay, like normal fire. If you hold down alternate fire, though, you can shoot up to 5 at a time. It'll charge up over a little bit of time, but you cannot hold it down forever. You can't, like, start holding down at the beginning of the match, go all the way to the end without doing anything, and then fire it off. It will fire off automatically in a few seconds. And actually, I come to find out that if, say, you've gone through most of your ammo, and you're down to 1, you can actually do the alternate fire and you will shoot all 5 off at once, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So they are very devastating, but very good at long range. Not exactly good for a, you know, close quarters encounter, but nonetheless still a very good damage ability from right there. Next is going to be his Orb of Harmony, or as I like to call it, the positive orb. Okay, because if you notice, you have the positive and negatives of the yin-yang symbol for those when you are playing the game. So the positive orb, or Orb of Harmony, basically heals an ally for about 30 health per second or so, but you can only apply it to 1, and it will go away if you die, or I've heard supposedly if you're out of their line of sight. I've had the orb stay with some of my allies while doing that, so I'm not really sure personally, and they could change it once the beta is you know, done and over with and the real game comes out, so hard to say. Next is going to be the Orb of Discord, or the negative orb as I call it, yin-yang symbol again. This is what makes this guy so devastating. You put it onto an enemy and they take up to about 50% more damage when hit with something. So, and if you get really good at this, hopefully the video is showing you a little bit of this, but if you get really good, you start firing your orbs off right away, and if you can bind that negative orb to a button that you hit constantly, you can fire it onto the opponent that you are facing as long as they're within range, and you are able to just keep nailing them, and next thing you know, the next orb you fire off after the negative orb will just knock the guy out. I've gotten a lot of kills and I'm thinking, how the heck did I do that? I don't know, but this is awesome. So that is definitely a very good one. And then his ultimate ability is to go all transcendent on you. And basically what it does is he puts him in an invincible state and he heals everyone around him. But it only lasts for about 10 seconds, but he can basically heal up your whole team. Very good if you're trying to capture a point and most of your allies are hurt and you've got a big wave of enemies coming in, and then all of a sudden you just kind of go like, alright, let's heal you guys up. Let's do this. And there you go. So overall, he's very good at kind of a medium to longish distance. However, the negative orb will not reach at very long distances, so you kind of have to get in a little close, hit him with the negative orb, and then just start firing off, and you can just hit these guys like no tomorrow. I've snuck up on plenty of snipers before, hit him with the negative orb, and then just fired off a couple of volleys, and bam, they're gone. One thing that I do notice, though, is do not put this guy in close quarters because he does not have a lot of health. He's not very strong in the defensive area, hence why he's a support character. But nonetheless, you got to be very careful if you're going in close. So if you're going in close and you get behind a shield, though, throw a negative orb onto him, heal up the guy who's protecting you, and just keep firing off those volleys, man, he's pretty good to go. Reload seems to be pretty fast, too, which is nice. So, but overall, though, for my support characters, I've had about top 2, but he's hitting top 1 right now. Man, he just deals out the damage. But it does, you know, balance out. He is not very strong in the long run, so I do die a lot sometimes. But, you know, you just got to be careful about that. But overall, I'm loving Zenyatta. And it actually turns out he is the master to Genji. There's some little backstory there and everything you can look into more if you want. But I find it pretty cool because I like when you start the match off, they'll do kind of like some little lines between each other. If you happen to have a Genji on your team and you are Zenyatta or vice versa, you might say, oh, it is great to see my old people again. Likewise, Master. So it's pretty cool to see that. So in the end, I highly recommend Zenyatta if you ever want to try give support a role, because you do got to play as a team in this game. So always have at least one support guy. And if you're kind of going like, I'm not much of a support guy, I don't like hanging back and just simply casting healing abilities on everybody, you don't have to. You can get into the fight with this guy. Just be careful that you will die very fast if you try going in balls blazing, okay? So that is it for Zenyatta here, guys. He is once again my favorite support character. So if this video helped you out, though, leave a like and leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.